Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. It's entirely up to you, but you can have a bolster, a block, a cushion, some sort of prop would be useful, but you don't have to. You can do just about everything without them as well. Maybe some will be more comfortable with though, because we're going to try starting kneeling. So I would suggest, even if you can kneel on your heels easily, we'll be here for just maybe 2 or 3 minutes kneeling, so it's easier, more comfortable in the knees and the ankles. If you perch yourself on the edge of your bolster, bring your thighs close together, and if that's still a bit too low, you could put a block or a couple of extra cushions on top of there so you get even higher. But have it so your shoulders can come directly over your hips, so you can sit straight up through to the top of your head. And if your knees just don't like kneeling full stop, then feel free to sit with your legs crossed or to sit on a chair. Place your palms down on your thighs. Give your shoulders a couple of rolls in a backward circle. And when your shoulders roll back, notice how your hands slide up the thighs towards your hips. So leave your hands sliding up the thighs towards your hips as the shoulders roll down, and then keep it there. So there's your shoulders are able to stay back and the chest more open without your arms reaching out in front of you too far. And then just plant down a bit more into your sit bones. Your lower back feels longer. Let the length of your lower back travel up through the back of your spine, up to the back of your neck, back of your skull. And then arrive in your head and behind your eyes. Your eyes are closed. Soften behind your eyes as if it feels like your eyes are opening, but they remain closed. So you release any tension from closing your eyes. Feels more relaxed and open behind your eyes. Just watch the flow of your breath through your nostrils. See if you can broaden your nasal passages for a few flows of breath. And we'll just count the breath a little. So as you inhale, count 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, and inhale 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1 more like that. Finding rhythm and balance in your breath. 2, 1, and out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then keep that similar cadence for your breath as your hands come in front of you. Tuck your toes and come to a downward facing dog. You can leave your bolster or your block there for now. Stretch up through your sit bones and do a few little knee bends. Let your heels lift. Just get a bit loose in your legs, in your hips, trying to help your lower back feel longer, more space. Good, and then lower down onto your knees. And lift your right knee off the floor and circle your right thigh bone round to the side. Make big circles. Try and loosen around the hip joint. And circle the other way. Loosening but also warming into the hip joint. Lift your right hand and step your right foot just beyond where the right hand was. Walk your hands forwards a little. This is where if you've got a block, you could put the block underneath your hands. So you get taller in your torso and lower in the front of the left hip. Nice and long through the back of that left leg, through the back of the left leg. Got a ladybird and a caterpillar on my mat. Yoga with nature. Shoulders roll back and down, just like they did when you were kneeling. And then come back onto all fours and downward facing dog. Again, if you want to play a little through the legs with a bend, a straightening, or any other little movements they want to make, to feel the loosening, to feel you're connecting to the feeling in your legs. And then your knees come back down. And going onto your left leg, circling it round. So lift the left thigh bone, circle the left leg round. And encircle the other way. You lift your left hand and step your left foot beyond where your left hand was if you can. And then lunge down into your hips and lift up through your torso. So you can keep your hands on the floor, but if you've got a block handy or two, you can put them underneath your hands. Squeeze in a little through your left leg. Shoulders back and breastbone up. When your hands come back down to the mat, back onto both knees, both hands, downward facing dog. And walk your feet forwards to your hands and take your feet a bit wider than your hands, toes turned out a little, and squat down. And if you need to, you can squat onto the edge of your bolster. And if you don't need to, you can just be here, freestyling it without any props. So we start with the palms in prayer, but I'd like you then to flip your hands. So your hands go in an inverted prayer, palms facing away from each other and fingers pointing down. Still feeling that slight backward motion through the shoulders. So your neck can lift tall, chest can stay open. And then lower your bottom to the floor, or you can sit onto your bolster. Either option is fine. Straighten your right leg out in front. And cross your left foot to the outside of your right knee. Hold onto the left shin bone and pull your spine up tall. So you've got your right foot tall, your left knee tall, and your spine tall. Keep the tallness and turn around. You can rest the left hand on the bolster behind you or the floor. And you've got both sit bones on the ground, and your left sit bone is very slightly wanting to push forwards just to prevent it from pulling back. Look forwards and then cross your left ankle just above the right knee and lower back onto your hands. Lift up through your chest. You can make this a little stronger by pushing your chest closer towards the left shin. The narrower the gap between your torso and the space of the legs, the more you're going to feel in your left hip. So we're closing the left hip joint. Lean back a little again and straighten your right leg first and then the left leg to follow, and give the legs a little shake on the floor. Right leg bends, step your foot to the outside of the left leg and hold onto your right shin, and use that holding to lift from your sit bones up through your spine. So left foot tall, right knee tall, spine tall. And slowly turning around, seeing if you can keep that tallness again as you twist. The head feels like it's jolting forwards from the alignment of your spine. Guide your chin in, lift through the back of the skull. And then come back to center and drop your right knee out to the side. Lean back a little, bend the left leg in. Stage one, you stay leaning back with the right thigh bone pressing out to the side. Stage two, you can bring your torso in closer, so your tummy moves more toward the gap between the legs, and your chest lifts as if your chest is trying to get higher than your shin and closer to the shin. Lean back once more to free the left leg first, right leg follows, and give them a little shake. Then we're bringing the legs in again and coming back to that squat position, which you could do on your bolster or block if you need to. Hands in a prayer, fingers point up. And then straighten your legs, toes turn to point forwards. And interlace your hands behind the back of your head. And just let your elbows move towards each other and toward the legs. The knees can be bent, whatever amount you want them to be. And your hands aren't pushing your head in, but they're guiding the back of your skull long away from the spine. Put your fingertips down onto the floor, and if your feet aren't already quite close to the top of the mat, stand close to the top of your mat. Then take a big step back with your right leg and keep the knee off the ground. Squeeze your hips into line with each other and hover your hands off the floor. Try and lengthen forward through your breastbone and roll your shoulders back and down. Your legs are strong, your arms are just guided by wherever your shoulders are positioned. Take your arms by your side, turn your palms up. Feel strong in your left leg and long in the right leg. Then bring your arms forwards and bring your torso all the way up and arms up. Gaze straight out and head. We're going to try and take this straight into a balance. So bring your arms down, hands onto your hips. Step your right toes forwards, so you're just touching the right tippy toes on the floor and your left leg straightens, ready to balance. Hug your belly in slightly. Turn your right knee out to the side and come into tree balance, sole of the right foot, pressing on the inside of your left leg. And then bring your hands back to the upward pointing prayer. Each time you feel a little wobble, use your hands as well to kind of press to try and guide you back to center. We're going to try and step back into that lunge again. So bring your right knee in front of you. Start leaning forwards, hands to the floor, right toes to the floor. Step to downward facing dog. Knees go wide. And sit to child's pose. Your bottom will be on the bolster, that's fine. Maybe your forehead can come to the ground. And then again, it's fine that the bolster's still on your mat between your feet. Slide forward into Sphinx position, so you're on your forearms. Lift up through the chest. Even though your legs are quite wide apart with the bolsters there, try straightening them and hugging your belly in. Shoulders rolling back, chest is broad and open. Knees go down, hands by your ribs, and then we're up to down dog. Walking your feet all the way up towards your hands. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your head, elbows in narrow and toward the legs. At the same time, you're guiding the back of the skull long. Fingers to the floor, left leg steps back. A high lunge. So take your fingers off the floor initially. You want to squeeze your right hip in a little. As you squeeze your right hip in, you're squeezing your hip lines level. Arms come down by your side, palms face the ceiling. Sky. Feel there's a bit of strength required in your front leg. Length from the back heel to the crown of your head. Arms forwards and all the way up, stacking your hips, chest, head, and the space of your arms in one line. Keep your gaze nice and steady. Notice if your eyes dart around to different things, provoking thought. See if you can stay steady, a reflection of what might be going on in your mind. If the eyes are really kind of dancing about, then probably we're jumping from thought to thought. Keep a steady gaze, helping to keep a steady mind. Hands come down to your hips. Keep that steady point to gaze, that left toes touch the floor as you step forwards. Strong in your right leg, squeezing your right hip. Tree pose, so the left foot inside your right leg. Bring your hands to the inverted gaze, inverted prayer. Back of the hands touching and fingers down. Your knee comes forward. We take a confident, steady, bold step back to the lunge position. Fingers touch the floor. And then downward facing dog. Knees wide, child's pose. Shift forwards to hands and knees. And take your right arm all the way under. So you're on your right shoulder and right ear. And then reach your left arm up to the top of the mat. Breathe behind your right shoulder blade. And breathe through your nose. Bend your left arm in, push up to hands and knees. Thread your left arm all the way under. Land on your left shoulder and ear, and stretch your right arm to the top of the mat. Square your hips evenly between your knees. Stick the right palm to the floor and feel more length through your right arm. Breathe into the left shoulder blade, another breath. Bend your right arm, push up to hands and knees, lower to your forearms, Sphinx position. Legs are wide. You can stay in Sphinx, or you can bring your hands to where your elbows are. Roll the shoulders back, elbows narrow, and apply a little press through your hands, lift to cobra. Pressing through the top of your feet, firming in your belly. And lower down. Push back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. This time we're going to take a chair pose. So bend down into your knees. Take your arms straight out in front and lift your chest a little. Squeeze the inner legs. Then try to bring in your arms by your ears. That loads too much in your lower back. Keep your arms in front of you. Hug the belly slightly in. See if as you push up, you can balance on your left leg, right knee lifts. Take your left hand to your right knee and twist right arm out behind. Come back to center, arms in front. Take a bold step back with your right leg, fingers to the floor. And then lower that back knee for a moment. Take your arms all the way up and then draw them into cactus shape, elbows wide. Now your left hand's going to catch your right elbow and bring it round to the outside of your left thigh or knee. If you can't get there, you can put your forearm on the leg instead. If you've got your elbow to come outside the leg, you can use your hand to bring your belly and chest round and bring your hands to a prayer position. Then try re-straightening your back leg. Squeeze the left hip in. Remember, you could be here with your forearm on the leg instead, with your left hand on your left hip instead. Bring both hands down to the floor and step both feet forwards. You're at the top of your mat. Bend your knees, arms in front, sit your sit bones back. Try bringing your arms by your ears. Feel that the left leg has been doing a little bit more. Push all the way up, lift your left knee, balancing on your right leg. Hug the thigh bone into the hip joint. And then twist right hand on left knee, left arm around behind. Try and stack the bones of your right leg from your heel through the lower leg bones, the upper leg bones into the hip. So you feel a level upwards vertical line. And then again, come back to center, keep the knee lifted. And a bold step back with your left leg. Fingers touch the ground. Lower your knees just for a moment. Take your arms up high, inhale. Drop your elbows wide. Hold the left elbow, bring it round to the outside of your right leg, or you can put the forearm on the knee. Make a prayer position if your elbow is on the outside of the leg, or just right hand on right hip, and try re-straightening your left leg out. Push up enough that you don't feel like you're collapsing, so that there's some strength underneath the balance of the pose. Both hands come back down to the floor. Step up toward the top of your mat. Bend your knees, chair pose. It's in front or arms by ears. Push both legs straight, come all the way up. As your arms open wide, step out wide and move your bolster so it's across the midline of your mat if you're using one, or just have the block in front. Put your hands on your inner thighs and broaden from the inner thighs and squeeze in from the outer legs. So inner thighs pressing out, outer legs squeezing in. Hands to hips, inhale, so legs are firm. Exhale, start tipping forwards at your hip joints. Bring your hands down onto the bolster and block perhaps. And take your head down and see if you can rest your head at a height that works for you, either on bolster and block. If you haven't got a bolster or a block, you can just come into a forward bend with your hands on the floor. But if there's something for you to rest your head on, pop your head onto that. Shoulders are going to roll back. So there's still some open space in your chest. Inner and outer legs, finding the bone between them. Notice how that activates your feet a bit more. Then come up to straight arms. So you've got a couple of choices here. You can either stay in the standing version of that, or you can walk your feet in, lower your bottom down to sit behind your bolster, and take your legs back out wide. So sitting version of the same thing. You can also do this with your legs up against the wall, legs wide. Start to bend forwards towards your bolster or the floor. And again, you can bring something in for your forehead to rest on. Keep moving further in as your body relaxes more. We're holding this for a little while, so notice any areas of your body that are pulling or really trying, and see if you can undo your efforts to try for the muscles to be pulling you in further, and instead just see if a surrendering, a relaxing more can help get you in further. Soft behind your closed eyes, sending calming ripples through your nervous system. The legs now are more relaxed. And if you're doing this in a standing version, you might want to make your way down to sitting. That you're not doing it standing for too long, where there's more pressure through the joints. Use your arms to make your way up. And if you're still standing or you've got your legs up against the wall, come down. And then bring your legs together. Turn around onto your tummy. I'm going to do a little arm shoulder opener. Take your left arm out to the side, right hand flat on the floor. I like to have the bolster round behind, but you can also have it in front. It's entirely up to you. When my back leg goes back, I'm going to rest it on the bolster behind. So press into your right hand, lift your right leg and roll onto your left side with the left arm behind you. So you can rest your right leg on the bolster behind you, or you could keep your right knee on the floor in front of you, even on the bolster in front of you. Left arm stays long, and as you start to turn more onto the left side, and you're going to feel more in that left shoulder. So determine how much you need. Your right hand could come round and rest on your right side or round to the lower back. The bolster just gives something for your leg to rest on, so you don't have to put any muscular effort into staying in the position. Make sure you're in a position where you don't have to engage strongly to remain here. And if you are, I would suggest that you either use some props or back out of it a little bit, because that's probably a tightness in your body trying to pull you back out. Lean against the edge of your resistance rather than trying to force your way through it. And again, just assess behind your closed eyes. You are gentle, even though your eyes aren't open and you're not looking around everywhere. There's still this steady inner focus, steady mind, calm waves through your nervous system. Take your right arms behind you, bring it back in front. Bring your right leg round, lay on your tummy, and bring your arms wherever they're comfortable, and maybe turn onto your right cheek. Sometimes I just like to let my left arm stay where it is for a moment, rather than suddenly trying to move it. And then the other side. So your left hand comes in flat to the floor, your right arm goes straight out to the side. Lift the left leg and swing round onto your right side this time. And if you haven't got space, like I haven't, you just orientate yourself so you can do the other side. Notice your attention becomes softer, yet more focused. Sometimes we associate focus as being sharp, but focus can also be soft around the edges. Instead of being intellectually focused, feel like the soft energy of your heart becomes the focus driver. The energy of your inner listening. More attentive. Relaxed behind your eyes. Calm ripples through your nervous system. Gentle in this moment. Your left hand comes to the floor. Turn back around to your tummy. Maybe give your right arm a moment to just relax where it is. And then as you bring your right arm in, push back to a child's pose. Rest your head on your hands. And then when you come round onto your back, have the bolster underneath the back of your knees, but we're not quite going to relaxation quite yet, in a moment. And then lift your hips and roll the bolster in underneath your bottom. Make sure it feels level. Be on a block if not. Bring the right knee in. Hold the thigh if you want to, and then straighten your left leg. Thigh bone pressing toward the ground. Right foot to the floor. Bring the left knee into your chest or to your tummy. And then the right leg straight along the ground. Just gently holding the left leg. Pressing the right thigh bone away and down. Keep the left leg where it is. Keep holding it and bring your right leg up as well. Both knees dropping towards you. Then both feet to the floor. Push the bolster back away, underneath the back of your thighs, underneath the back of your knees, and relax. Legs supported, heels heavy on the floor. Feel like your attention is pouring into you, filling yourself up fully with your attention. So it feels like it's dense in your whole body filled with a dense awareness. Like your filling is awareness. No need to control anything. Just feel the guidance of your awareness expanding. Calming waves through the nervous system. No need for you to do anything. If you're ready to come out of Shavasana now, then join me. If not, then just stay as long as you want. Push the bolster away with your feet. Turn onto your side and slowly come up to sitting. Land more fully in your sit bones and feel how that helps direct everything above to stack more evenly. Chest over pelvis, head over the center of your chest. Bring your palms together. Bow to your innate wisdom. and the energy that connects us all. Namaste. Thank you.